Finally, the Flash movie has gone into production after 7 years. We've been expecting this movie since the first season of Grant Gustin's The Flash on the CW. Finally, we could be getting a Flash movie. So, we first were introduced to Ezra Miller's variation of the Flash in the Suicide Squad movie when he took out Captain Boomerang, and then we didn't see him again till the Flash part in the Justice League movie. Although, let's be honest, we didn't really get much of him in that. So we got to really see him in the Snyder Cut variation of the movie, where we got to see more of the Flash, we got to see him running back in time, slowing down time, we got to see Iris West and all that good stuff. So, yo, what is freaking good, YouTube? Warstu here if you are new around here. Make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the videos. I will be covering this Flash a lot. As some of you don't know, this YouTube channel started on the Flash. I covered the Flash season 1, 2, 3, 4. The Flash is pretty much one of my favorite characters, hence why he's on the logo, hence why he's on the intro and outro. I know a lot about the Flash, so I've got high expectations for this movie. So, pretty cool. So make sure to check us out on Instagram at Warstu if you want to see the face behind the voice. Also check us out on Twitter, WarstuG, aka The Nightmare. Now, I don't mean to be Mr. Negative here, but if you look at the Batman logo, it looks pretty cinematic. Now, if you look at the Flash movie logo, I hate to be negative, guys. It looks like a CW level production. It looks really bad to me. It looks so cheap, and it's like cinematic. It's like literally any Instagram artist I know on Instagram could snap up a better image of the Flash logo. So they've gone with something basic, essentially a Flash logo, but this could actually be our first look of the suit. This could be panned in. This could be a animated variation of the suit. It could be the red suit, most likely, the most prominent suit, which is cool. From what I was told, the actual music is mock-up music and has nothing to do with the actual movie, because yet again, the music sounds a bit weird. So yeah, first look of the Flash intro. This could be the intro. I mean, it looks like an episode to the CW, The Flash, but I'm not sure. But yeah, it looks interesting. It doesn't look cinematic at all to me. If you compare it to the Batman logo, it looks pretty darn bad. So as we know, Michael Keaton is reportedly going to be in this movie, and that's the big draw for most people, because to be fair, Ezra Miller isn't really a big pull, is he? No. Although Ezra Miller's variation of Barry Allen the Flash in the Snyder Cut was so much better. Him running back in time, the multiverse, Iris West, who ironically is going to be the same Iris West. We got to see his dad in prison and all that kind of good stuff from his backstory. So it's kind of confirmed that Michael Keaton's in it, but not really. If you actually look at what The Wrap, which is a trade, kind of, is saying, Michael Keaton's talent agency, ICM Partners, has confirmed the actor will return as Batman in The Flash. All right, talent agency, there's no quote here. All it says is they've confirmed he will return in The Flash. So I presume if we see Michael Keaton flying into London, cool. So the superhero film kicked off production in London on Monday, as revealed on an Instagram post from Andreas Machete. Pretty cool. As we know, Andrew Machete and Barbara Machete will be working on this movie, and it does seem pretty freaking cool. We know we've got the Iris West actor, Clancy Clemens, I always say her name wrong, from Zack Snyder's movie. She wasn't in the original Justice League movie, so it's cool that we got a little bit of an introduction. But what's going to be pretty cool is we don't actually know where this movie's set. We don't know if anything that happened in the Justice League Snyder Cut is actually going to be involved in this, because we don't know where this is going to pick up. Will we be reintroduced to Iris West? We already know that Barry's father being in jail is a really pinnacle part of the Flashpoint story. Well, really, of the whole Flash universe, so to speak. But we really know the actor is doing a recurring role in a series, so he can't be part of it. So they've had to recast Barry Allen's father, which it's a big hit, but it had to be done. What's interesting here is we got Supergirl, Sasha, Latino Supergirl. Now, a lot of people seem to think I'm negative about the Supergirl being Latino and things like that. No, Supergirl's pretty cool. Interested to see how they're going to utilize Supergirl in this storyline, because this movie was originally supposed to be about the Flashpoint, which realistically is about Ebar Thawne, Reverse Flash, having to kill Nora Allen in order for the timeline to go back to normal. But if you watch the Flash TV show, or if you read the Flash Rebirth comics, you would know that when you change something in the past, it has a ripple effect going forward. So no one actually has a clue what's going on with this. As we know, this isn't going to be part of the DCEU, but Ben Affleck's in it, so it kind of is a DCEU movie. There's a conspiracy theory from someone called Kickyton, who seems to think that Ben Affleck has returned to this movie in order to be killed off. Yeah, I don't think Ben Affleck is coming back to just be killed off in a movie. No. I don't think that's going to happen. It will be very interesting, and more so what's more interesting is Ray Fisher, who had a pinnacle part, 2-week part, not a cameo role. 2 weeks of work is not a cameo. Cameo is generally an improv scene that can be done in one day. 2-week worth of work he had originally, but Ray Fisher's come out, Cyborg, and said that it's still possible he could be in the movie, which it is because movies shoot 3 to 5 months, and then they wrap principal photography, and then a few months later, whilst they're editing the movie and stuff like that, they do reshoots, which is a standard part of every single movie, so he could slide in the DMs there if they do decide. Andy Muschietti seems pretty cool, in a sense. Now, we know Walter Hamada is involved with this movie, but not really. Yes, his name might be on it the same way Kevin Feige's name's on it, but Kevin Feige has said he's never going to direct a movie. Walter Hamada is not directing this movie for shizzle. So yes, it might be Walter Hamada, he might be an EP or something, but he's not actually working on it. He's not going to be on there dictating what happens and stuff like that. So don't worry, guys, just because this isn't part of the Snyderverse, although it kind of is, because Zack's pretty much casted everyone in this still in it to a certain degree, except for Supergirl and a few others. So it is kind of still in the Snyderverse, so to speak. So yeah, it's going to be pretty cool to see what happens with the Flash movie. Will they butcher it? What I think's very interesting is there's been no casting announcements for the villain, Eobard Thawne Reverse Flash. People seem to think it's going to be a cross between Flashpoint and Infinite on Earth, Crisis on Earth, but which kind of makes no sense because that's what they did in the CW verse. A lot of people are coming out with conspiracy theory and people like that and fake fantasy websites and stuff like that are coming out saying, yeah, Grant Gustin's got... No, Grant Gustin probably won't be in this for sure, unless they're going to green screen it over Zoom or something like that. But it would be pretty cool. As you know, we're a big Flash lover here. We absolutely love Flash. Flash is freaking awesome. Please, Walter Hamada, if you're involved with this, don't screw it up. So yeah, that's pretty much all the updates for this movie we've got at the moment. Because they're shooting in a closed set, just like they did Doctor Strange 2 to a certain degree and The Batman when they went into studios, don't be expecting to see much unless they're out filming in public. Now, they will be shooting, obviously, in various locations. The Batman build, the Michael Keaton one, ironic, he looks like it's been built in California, so there might be some scenes on the actual Warner Bros. Plot lot at Burbank, which would be pretty cool. So it will be interesting. As we know, Michael Keaton's role is supposed to be a bit more than a cameo, but not a main role. As we know, there was the fake news of Michael Keaton being Batman, well, training someone up to be Batman Beyond, and there being a spin-off movie and all that good stuff, but nothing's been confirmed or verified, and realistically, no really inside sources have been talking about that. Apparently, Ben Affleck's role in this movie is pretty big because he's supposed to be the mentor of Barry Allen, and they did actually rewrite the script in order for Ben Affleck to agree to do the movie, which implies he's not just in the movie to die, because that makes no sense. And there was some super duper scoopers trying to imply that the villain for the Flash movie is a Batman villain. I mean, they are super duper scoopers who get 99% of stuff wrong, but let's just see what these super duper scoopers come out with. So yeah, there will be lots of Flash information coming out in the next couple of weeks of super duper scoopers on Twitter making out they know absolutely everything. Well, let's just see, because they all said, oh, Keaton's out, because Keaton said literally like a month ago, he said he hadn't even finished reading the script. I think he was trolling the internet. These actors say stuff and then people take it out of context. Oh, the Flash movie's in a mess. Well, we don't know. There's been lots of different iterations of this Flash movie, because originally it was supposed to be something completely different. It's probably gone through 5-6 different rewrites, which is kind of standard with Warner Bros. You know how it goes. So it's going to be very interesting to see what's going on. Is this movie going to reset the DCEU? Are we going to get another Justice League movie? Is Warstu in it? Is Henry Cavill Superman going to appear? I'm also hearing fake rumors that Tom Welling's never donned the suit, so how is Tom Welling Superman going to be in this? Christopher Bale's going to be in it. Batman, no, he's not. That's complete fake news from a fantasy website. Drop it down below if you know what fantasy website there is. A lot of fantasy websites dropping it. I wouldn't be surprised if someone comes out and says Black Adam to appear in the Flash movie. Yeah, that's not going to happen either. Jason Momoa, Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman. I mean, if they were following the actual Flashpoint storyline, that would make sense, because the Amazonians and the Atlanteans had a massive fight in the Flashpoint animated movie and comic books, so that would make sense, but it's not a Flashpoint movie. It's kind of a mix and match based movie-esque. But yeah, I still believe this movie has to coincide with the Snyderverse. If the Hamadaverse wants to reboot after this movie, cool, but this movie is definitely in the Snyderverse from what I'm being told, and it's just common sense. So like always, guys, let me know if you want me to do more Flash updates. I will be covering the Flash just like I did with Batman and Justice League and other stuff like that. I have been dropping some Marvel videos that you guys hate because no one's watching them, but I get it, it's the YouTube algorithm. I'm not going to be one of these YouTubers that sits here and bitches about the algorithm, because it's the content, it's not the algorithm. So like always, guys, check us out on Instagram Instagram at Warstu if you want to see the face behind the voice, or to check us out on Twitter or WarstuG, aka The Nightmare. And I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch ya later.